and welcome everyone to a brand new 1.18 survival series. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. It means a lot. Yes, I'm talking to you, so let's just get right into it. Right out of the gate, I'm dropped into an excellent seed. There's wood all around and food right here. Easy pickings, but these buggers are so difficult to get. Why does he keep running away? I just want to eat you. Right over the hill, there's sheep. How great of a start is this? There's wood, there's food, there's sheep. What could go wrong? It's easy pickings. I'm going to be able to make a bed, tools, shelter, right out of the gates. I'll be powerful.
With great power comes great responsibility. Choose your course ahead wisely.
So I guess that's what I'm gonna do, and please join me along the way. I've got so many things I'm gonna be doing. They include build a huge and gaudy base, create my own underpaid workforce, get full netherite armor, defeat the Ender Dragon, and the list just goes on. So while just getting started, I nearly fall victim to the new Caves and Cliffs update. I see this beautiful recess in the ground, something to explore, but I spend most of the day just gathering resources, getting food, making sure that I'm set for a journey ahead, getting all the wood that I can handle, just so that I can make sure that I'm ready. So I go up in a tree at night because it's safer to be up in a tree than it is to be on the ground, because who wouldn't want to be sleeping in a tree versus on the ground? So get a craft table and make myself a bed so that I can have a good night's sleep and wake up refreshed the next morning, ready to take on the rest of my life. So after waking up in the morning and cracking my back and popping my left knee, I realized that I'm gonna need some tools. So that's what I do. I craft myself some tools. Because nobody wants to go through life just punching everything. Even though I do have knuckles of steel, I don't really want to just punch everything. So I just spend the day harvesting materials, wood and stones, and I found some beautiful copper, which I have plans for. It felt like I just mined for years. Getting my resources, coal, everything you can think of, I was able to find it, with the exception of diamonds. Diamond game is going to be strong later, but for now I'll just settle for stone. So after a long day of swinging my pick to and fro, I just settle in for dinner and a sunset. The nights here in the jungle are as majestic as they are epic, but I can't stay here. I've got to see what the world has to offer. It's a beautiful place, but I have to keep going. The next day, as I make my way through the jungle, I spot something. It's a bird. I'm going to try to tame this thing. So I feed it all my seeds, and he still didn't accept my friend request, so I had to go get some more seeds. This time, I'm hoping he takes it. Hoping I can get enough seeds. So, I go back up to him, and I feed him the rest of my seeds. Hey, I did it! I have a friend! It worked! I shall call him Filbert, and we're going to be best friends forever. Nothing's going to happen to you, buddy, and he even sat on my shoulder for like 3 seconds, which was cool. So, Filbert and I just set out to strip mine the area. So with pockets now full of resources, we set out now to find a new adventure. So I finally pull up to a shore full of new resources and materials, and I have a heart full of excitement and anticipation for the adventure ahead of me. The desert is an unforgiving place, but there are people here who are living, but not just living, they are thriving. At this point, I don't know yet where I'm going to set up my base. But I do know I'm going to need a bunch of sand to make a metric ton of glass. So I cram a whole bunch of pieces into my pockets, Anywhere I can fit it, I'll put it there. So after that, I want to see what this village has to offer. Excuse me. I'll need to take a quick bite because I'm feeling a little hungry. And I see bales of hay. I'm gonna need these because I don't know if I'm gonna have any hay or wheat around me where I go, and they don't look like they need it, so, you know, they were fishermen. Why do they have bales of wheat? They had terrible trades anyway, and they had nothing in their barrels. I even checked the barrels inside, and a bunch of hot nothing. Just why? Why empty barrels? So I gave him a gift. So after establishing a give and take relationship with him, I just went and took more wheat, because fresh hot loaves of bread were on my mind, something for later. And I knew I was going to need light, so I went through and took some of their light. They weren't going to need it all, right? I mean, I needed it. They didn't look like they needed it, so I took it. So after depriving the village of some of its street lights, I come up to this fella's house and take it by eminent domain and decide to sleep the night there. And so the next morning, I just took his things and threw some junk out on his floor, and I ran. Now, I know that most villages have a Fletcher where you can trade sticks for emeralds. In order to become world ruler, I needed to make that happen. So thankfully, I found him and was able to start the flow of my riches. So I needed more, so I made up some more sticks but lost the Fletcher. Do you know where he went? Where'd he go? Hey, where'd the Fletcher go? This little village kid just pretty much told me that snitches get stitches and he wouldn't help me. But thankfully, I did find him. Now that he's aware that I know where he lives, he paid me my dues. But that's still not enough. I've got to keep going and keeping this money flowing. So I just go and I collect more sticks from the surrounding area, from these dead plants. So I come back to make my trade, and then I realize he leveled up. And I could get something from him now. Bidding a Fletcher, I was able to buy a bow from him. But before I bought it, I need to see if there's a librarian here. Most villages have one, so I need to find him and see what he has to offer. Without infinity, I would need tons of arrows. Well, looky there. He offers an infinity book, but I need an actual book, and I don't have one. But wait a minute. There was one and I didn't grab it. So I have to craft one. Oh, I should have just grabbed it in the first place and saved time. But anyway, I got the infinity book, so now I did not need a ton of arrows. But I still needed to get sticks to get emeralds to buy the bow. And so that's what I did. I was now becoming equipped to defend myself properly. So now I just need arrows, but I gotta get a few more sticks so I can get the arrows. And now, finally, the time has come, people. I am equipped with a bow and arrow, but I decided to go check him again. I don't know why, and look what happened. The dude cuts his price in half on the bow. Can you even believe it? I can't believe he did that to me. Charged me double, then cut the price in half. But what can I do? I was at his mercy. And there was the book that I didn't grab. I craft an oven now so I can start cooking my goodies. And it's getting dark, so I need to keep myself protected in this little place. The desert is beautiful and peaceful, but it can be quite dangerous, especially at night. Now that some time's passed, a bunch of iron has gotten smelted, and now I need to craft an anvil so I can get my bow prepared. And so that's what I do. I'm now going to have an infinity bow with arrows, and I can properly defend myself as well as hunt. As I'm sitting here waiting for items to cook, I realize I haven't seen Filbert, and I need to feed him. But then it hits me. I remember seeing the village cats going around destroying all these rabbits. Oh no. Could it be? And the worst happened. Filbert was gone. All I wanted now was justice for Filbert, and there was one of the cats, but I knew I didn't know if it was the one, and it would be wrong to shoot at it. This new land I had come to blessed me with so many things, but cost me so much along the way. It was time for me to leave this place and move on. So I ran through the night and then placed my boat down to set sail in the rain to find a place I could call home. After sailing for all night, I finally come across new land, but this new land is fraught with dangers. There, greeting me on the shore, were giant spiders. I knew I couldn't handle them all hand to hand, but then I remembered I was able to craft that bow. So I put that bow to good use and was able to clap those spiders from the distance and handle business, keeping myself safe. Now, to be fair, I never claimed to have the greatest of aim, but I can handle myself when needed, clearing out some spiders. And so I pummeled the shore with my arrows, hoping to hit something to clear the way so I can explore this land. My first ruined portal. Of course, there's more spiders. I think this must just be the land of spiders. At least that's what it's beginning to feel like. It is a jungle, and jungles are inherently dangerous, but come on, give me a break. So I get up into the portal and I find some good loot, but my pockets are completely full, but I need that sword. So I've got to sacrifice something in order to get it. No more melons for this man. A man like me just needs meat and bread. That's what I'm going to be living on. Now, ruined portals are supposed to have gold, and just like the rest of this game's been going, I have no gold. I dig up the entire area and there's nothing. So, I just have to move on and make my way. Now, in the distance, I see a small mountain. Perhaps that can be somewhere to temporarily set up a base, so that I can scan the area and find a place to call home. Like all jungles, this place is difficult to move around in, but I'm stealthing my way through here like a chunky ninja. I make my way up this little mountain, and I'm really digging the snow. The view, it's okay, and there are good resources here. As I look over, I can see that there is a dark oak small forest. There's obviously jungle wood, and there's a swamp. But I'm just not feeling the area, so I'm going to sleep on it. The next morning, when I wake up, I decide that I need to craft some things. And it hits me. I've been going about this entire playthrough naked. No wonder the village didn't like me. I was the naked man pillaging. Poor kid. Probably is traumatized. No wonder he ran away from me. Either way, I get suited up so I can make my way off this small mountain to go find a faraway place, kind of like this. The journey to get here is not going to be easy. Along the way, there'll be treasures, there'll be dangers, and there'll be plenty to explore. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. I'll catch you in the next video.